How's it going, everybody? It is Charlie, and welcome back to the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Yes, it has been a while since I last uploaded on the channel. I think it was before my holiday, I want to say, that I last uploaded, and I was planning to get straight back into it after my holiday, but a few things have gone on personally, let's just say, over the last few weeks, which is why I've not been active, but I am back with a vengeance. And we're back this evening, of course, as Leeds United have got a game tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock at Elland Road, as we are hosting Wayne Rooney's Plymouth Argyle. Hoping to get a better result than last week's boring draw with Bristol City. Just before we get into this video, guys, please make sure that you are smashing that like. It really does help get the video out there to more people. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new, of course, and hit the notification bell. And of course, get all of your thoughts and opinions into the comment section down below. We're going to have plenty of content over the weekend, guys, and obviously into next week with us having Millwall midweek, then QPR on the Saturday. So there's going to be plenty of content. So make sure you hit the notification bell. So yeah, like I say, Plymouth Argyle tomorrow at Elland Road. I'm going to start off quite bluntly, guys. It has to be a win, doesn't it? I mean, there's literally no universe in which I can predict a Leeds United defeat here. Look, it's the Championship. These things can definitely happen 100%. I am not disputing that for a second. But, look, Plymouth are not a good team, are they? They're not great. Wayne Rooney had a shocking start to the season. I remember watching their opening game against Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough and they got spanked 4-0 and thinking, this ain't looking good. And, as much as we don't like Rooney for obvious reasons, and I'm sure he will get a lot of stick tomorrow at Elland Road, when you look at it from just a football perspective, I was thinking, he hasn't got long in this job. He just hasn't. But after a few poor results to start the season, he did pick it up a little bit, did get a few wins and a few positive results. Obviously, most recently, last week, they were 3-0 down against Preston, and they brought it back to draw the game 3-3, which, again, good character shown from them to get back into that game and get a win. But, like I say, guys, I think they're 21st in the league last time I checked. So, I think they're only, one place above the relegation zone. We're a team that are obviously third at the minute. We're wanting to be in that top two. We're many people's pick for automatic promotion. If we don't win this game, then I will be incredibly worried. I will lie to you guys. Look, I know the results of late have been good. The draw with Bristol City, then, back-to-back home wins against Sheffield United and Watford. I don't think we've actually lost. We haven't lost since Burnley, and that was 14th of September, I think that was, off the top of my head. So, we have had a good string of results recently. We have. The Bristol City game was, I won't say worrying, but it just wasn't a good performance, was it? Bristol City didn't offer anything. So, at least we didn't lose that game. That's kind of how I came away from that thinking. But this one, we've got obviously Plymouth tomorrow, Millwall midweek on Wednesday, and then QPR a week tomorrow at home. Minimum 7 points. Minimum. I'd take wins in both home games and a draw away at Millwall. To be fair, I don't think that would be a bad return at all. Ideally, I'd be looking at 9 points from 9 because I feel like it should be. I feel, again, it might be arrogant, but I feel like we're better than most teams in this league. Even Burnley, who beat us, I didn't think were better than us that day. I don't think we've actually been outplayed in any game this season, which is a positive. But obviously, Daniel Farke did his press conference yesterday and updated us with all the team news. Max Ferber is back in full training, moving swiftly on. Dan James and Patrick Bamford are doubts. It's a shame about Dan James. Obviously, played last week, had a few opportunities to score, but couldn't convert. He is coming back from an injury as well, so I hope that's not a setback. As you know, I feel like Leeds are definitely more dangerous with Dan James in attack. Pat Bamford, the guy came on for what? Was he on the pitch about 2 minutes against Bristol City towards the end? And somehow he's got injured. I mean, I saw a brief, literally 1 or 2 tweets suggesting he could leave on loan in January. I think that'd be a benefit for all parties. Pat Bamford, no disrespect to him, he has done good things at Leeds. People do tend to forget that, but he has done good things. But now he's a cheerleader essentially, isn't he? And he's so injury prone, like he's so broken, bless him. And I feel like he needs to go somewhere and get some minutes under his belt, because I think that's the only way that he is going to get match fitness. He isn't playing at the minute. Perot and Joseph are definitely ahead of him in the pecking order. But there is the argument that if you let Pat Bamford go in January, you've got to replace him. And I don't think anyone would buy Pat Bamford just for the simple fact of his wages. I don't think any Championship team could afford that wage bill, to be honest with you. But there is definitely a conversation to be had. The guy is a liability in terms of his fitness at the minute, and it must be frustrating for him, because I do think a fit Pat Bamford can be an asset to us. I think his movements that he makes off the ball, as something. But again, just made of biscuits, isn't it? Like, it isn't ideal. But let's just speak about the midfield, obviously. Since I haven't been posting, we've seen a new midfield partnership due to unfortunate circumstances with Ethan Ampadu and Ilya Gruev, both long-term injuries. But Joe Rothwell and however you say his name, Tanaka, what can I say? We've definitely looked better going forward with them two in midfield. Much more progressive players, always wanting to get on the ball, always wanting to look forward and, create attacks. I feel like we've really missed that link from midfield to attack with Gruev and Ampadu as a partnership. I really do. We've just lacked something in that midfield area. My one concern with them two at the start was that they're both quite offensive midfielders and not very defensive minded. But Tanaka has just slotted into that defensive midfield role and just took to it really, really well. The way that he receives the ball on the half turn, the drop of the shoulder, the range of passing. Then you've got Joe Rothwell making, bursts up the pitch. Good link-up play with Firpo. Yeah, and obviously Junior Firpo, just doing Junior Firpo things. But yeah, there's a lot to be positive about at the minute. I think last week's result kind of brought us down to earth a little bit, just to not take any team in this league for granted. But all that being said, I think we can all agree tomorrow's got to be 3 points. A draw is unacceptable. I'm sorry, a draw, we might as well lose if it's going to be a draw, because I'll feel the same way. I don't want to be coming on here tomorrow night ranting and raving, because I will be very annoyed, let's just say, if we cannot beat Wayne Rooney's Plymouth. Come on. Other than Morgan Whittaker, who have they really got? Darko JB on loan from Leeds, can't play. They've got Adam Forshaw in midfield. Come on. All you've got to do is just tackle him once and he'll be injured for the season. So, be tight, aggressive towards him. But Morgan Whittaker, if you can keep him quiet, then Plymouth are quiet. We played them 4 times last season. Beat them both times in the league. Obviously, the FA Cup caused a few, obviously with us having to play a replay to beat them in that. But, it all boils down to the fact, guys, just to quickly summarise, that it's got to be a win for me. I'm going 3-0. I'm going for a 3-0 scoreline. I think we'll keep a clean sheet in this one. Goal scorers, I'll go with Perot, Aronson. I'm feeling a Joe Rothwell goal. So we'll go Joe Rothwell, Brendan Aronson, and Joel Perreault for the goals. 3-0 home win against Wayne Rooney's Plymouth Argyle. So, like I said, guys, hit me up in the comment section down below with all your thoughts and opinions on how you think tomorrow's game will go. Are we going to win? Are we going to draw? Are we going to lose? And what scoreline? Give me your score predictions in the comments as well. Like I said, plenty of content over the next weeks and months now, guys. So make sure you are subscribing to the channel, hitting that notification bell so that you're aware of when I'm uploading and going live. And yeah, of course, smash that like as well to help get the video out there to more people. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your night. Cheers.